Exclusive contract from Feilu Novel Network Novel. Entertainment. Live broadcast of Returning to the Village for Chinese New Year, with overwhelming ratings for the Spring Festival Gala in the parallel world. Qinfeng is an unknown artist under Yang Mi's banner. Binding the popularity system, he decisively devoted himself to striving for a spot in the live variety show Celebrity Returns to the Village for Chinese New Year. Yang Mi only treated Qinfeng as an accessory, but she didn't expect him to support the entire program on his own. When someone else returns to the village to take care of the local atmosphere, do you take care of the daily routine on your first day back? Conquering the Northeast Jin gradually layer with one hand and saying you don't know martial arts. They kill the New Year pig, but you kill the wild boar. Do you want to sing a duet in a big episode or do you want to be a jerk? Also, would you like to help an 80-year-old man on a blind date? Making your own fireworks is really cruel. Watching the Spring Festival Gala on New Year's Eve. It's better to dance at the night in Qinfeng Village. Left hand Suona, right hand Northeast Tiger, feet stepping on big fireworks. Qinfeng starts from single-person pressure on the Spring Festival Gala and moves towards the Sky King superstar. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. 001 Celebrity Returns to Village for Chinese New Year. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hello everyone, audience friends. Welcome to the Spring Festival live variety show, Celebrities Returning to Villages for Chinese New Year, launched by Douyin platform. I am your old friend, He Ling. Do you want to know what the status of celebrities returning to the village is during the Chinese New Year? Do you want to know if celebrities will be urged to get married and have children when they return to the village during the Chinese New Year? Do you want to know what dishes are available for the celebrity family's New Year's Eve dinner? Then follow our camera and continue to follow these celebrities who have returned to their hometowns and rural areas. On the screen, enthusiastic teacher he spoke the opening remarks to everyone. Now, let's take a look at who the stars are this time. The words have not yet finished. A group of celebrity photos appeared on the screen. This time, we have invited Xiaoyue Yue, Wang Baoqiang, Yang Xiaoyue, Zhao Xiaogu, Shanji Gu, and Qinfeng to take everyone back to the village for the Chinese New Year. The first 5 people are all old acquaintances and acquaintances of countless viewers. After He Ling recited the name of Qinfeng, countless viewers have issued question marks. Qinfeng. Why haven't you heard of it? Handsome is quite handsome, with a good figure, but is it really reliable? Can't it be any capital arranged traffic fresh meat? It's probably just a deck game, just don't look at it then. Northern scenery, thousands of miles covered in ice, thousands of miles covered in snow. Looking at the vast black land. The Qin style at the entrance of Qinfeng Village is full of emotion. 6 years ago, he passed the college entrance examination and was admitted to Beijing University, leaving the countryside. No family background. 6 years of mediocrity. Just an unknown artist under Yang Mi's banner. Take some photos of magazines. Take some advertisements. Finally, I found a little rich woman to marry me, and this life was plain and indifferent. Just when Qinfeng thought that life was at its end at a glance. Bind popularity system. The system functions are very simple. By consuming popularity points, you can draw various rewards. What divine singing skills, divine acting skills, divine directors with these. Qinfeng may become a chess player in the entertainment industry. However, first of all, we need popularity value after learning about the live program Celebrity Returns to Village for Chinese New Year. Qinfeng gritted his teeth, and in the middle of the night that day, he knocked on the door of Mimi's house. Miss, I need a chance. After sending Big Honey to fly to the sky about 10 times. Qinfeng finally got through Yang Mi's back door. Joined this live variety show. Between speaking. With the proficient hosting skills of He Lingxian, the live broadcast room completed the pilot process. Next, the live broadcast officially begins. Now, let's ask all the celebrities what they plan to do when they return to the village for the Chinese New Year. He Ling's words have not yet finished. The screen in the live broadcast room flickered. Xiaoyue Yue and his daughter appeared in the live broadcast room with two chubby faces. I haven't spoken yet. The audience laughed heartily. Xiaoyue Yue is so funny, this daughter looks like she's biological. Ha ha ha, Yu sings a farewell boy. Hey. What are you doing? My daughter and I are not ready yet, why should we start broadcasting? After saying two sentences in dialect, Xiaoyue Yue said slightly positively, hello teacher He. Hello audience friends. I am Yu Yunpeng, a cross-talk performer. What are you going to do when you return to the village for the Chinese New Year? Of course, it's eating, sleeping, and eating. It's rare to have a chance to rest, it's nothing to do. Yu is too down to earth, haha. I also have the same mentality during the Chinese New Year, eating, sleeping, eating. I suspect Xiaoyue has installed a camera at my house. Interview Xiaoyue. The screen cuts to Wang Baoqiang. Hello everyone, I am actor Wang Baoqiang. Next to me is my fiancé A.E. The most important thing for returning to the village for the Chinese New Year this time is to visit relatives and friends, take your fiancé A.E. to meet everyone. Prepare to get married since the Chinese New Year. Blessing for strength, Ma Rongbis. Baoqiang, come on. Wishing you a better and better wedding. In the heat, young Xiaoyue was making mantou with his family. It's our custom to make 100 or 200 shredded radish mantou from December to the first month. As for what else I will do during the Chinese New Year, please stay tuned. Supermoon Cute Pinch. During the Chinese New Year, be sure to watch more Supermoon Sisters and Good Luck Stickers. Zhao Xiaogu is chatting with his parents, 7 aunts and 8 aunts. During the Chinese New Year, I'm prepared to spend more time with my family. If you think my live streaming will be boring, you can watch others' videos more. Watching Yingbao chat is also enjoyable. Yingbao's bare face looks so beautiful. Yingbao, come on. I only watch your live broadcast. When the screen cuts to brother Shanji Chen Xiaochun, this big brother is beating a child. Here He Lingxue himself. The most important thing about returning to the village for the Chinese New Year this time is to let this kid fully experience our traditional culture, said Shanji Gu, who had only slightly restrained his anger. By the way, there is a bad habit of saying two sentences in English without making any changes. Although brother Shanji's words are reasonable, it's better to be patient with children, yeah. Don't give the child a rebellious mentality. I just found out that Shanji Ji's hometown used to be from a rural area in Guangdong province, just as the other 5 guests introduced themselves. Qinfeng opened his beginner gift pack. Congratulations. You have obtained proficiency in divine level Suona. Congratulations. You have obtained 100 classic Suona songs. Congratulations. You have obtained a professional performance level Suona and it has been distributed to your suitcase. Ah. Suona. Top rogues in the music industry. Qinfeng suddenly felt a bit confused. 002, I'll go pick up a free job first. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Celebrities return to the village to celebrate the Chinese New Year. The main focus is on a grounded atmosphere. Let the shining and beautiful stars return to the countryside. Create contrast. But this Suona is a bit too down to earth, isn't it? We're almost on our way to the underworld. Qinfeng, what are you going to do when you return to the village for the Chinese New Year this time? Here He Lingxue himself. Qinfeng temporarily put down his Suona and said, hello teacher He. Hello audience friends. My name is Qinfeng, and I am an artist from Jiaheng. As you can see, my hometown is Qinjiaton on the black soil. In black soil rural areas, there are so many things to do during the Chinese New Year. Rush to the temple fair, go up the mountain to pick up mountain goods, beat silly roe deer, and catch weasels. Pickle pickled Chinese cabbage, kill New Year pig, eat pig killing mat, steam mantou, make dumplings, and make big steamed rolls. Of course, setting off firecrackers, fireworks, and cutting window decorations are also essential items. In the village, we can all be considered relatives. On the first day of the Lunar New Year, we have to visit households to pay New Year's greetings and get lucky money. Young people, they also play snowball fights, ski, ice skating, or dig a hole in a glacier or lake for winter ice fishing. By the way, when I was a child, I used to enjoy riding big horses. I just don't know if there are still people in the village who raise horses now. The Qin wind with a flowing mouth. It's foolish to listen to He Ling, the audience, and the photography team around him. Is Chinese New Year so interesting? Is there so much to do? Moment He Ling has shown interest. I have been a host for 20 or 30 years. He has a strong premonition, Qinfeng will be the biggest hit of this program. So without hesitation, he handed Qinfeng the message. It seems that Qinfeng's year will be very exciting. I don't know what the audience thinks, but I'm really looking forward to it anyway. Qinfeng, today is your first day back to the village, isn't it? What are you going to do today? Is it pickled Chinese cabbage? Or is it to kill New Year pig? Qinfeng looked at the camera and said, Teacher He, audience friends. I just returned to the village, I'm going to pick up a free job. For nothing. He Lingren is foolish. What kind of ghost, Baihua? That's just by sure, isn't it? It's unlucky. It's really unlucky. Show us by sure during the Chinese New Year. You're really a shrimp-headed man. I thought this guy was quite interesting just now. He turned out to be a traffic clown who hypes up unlimited traffic, hee. Going back to the village to celebrate the festive New Year is such a joyful occasion. He immediately took on the task and the topic exploded. Disgusting. I'll just watch Xiaoyue finish eating, sleep, and eat. Same feeling. I'd rather go see Brother Shanji beat the child for more fun. Everyone, don't you go and rub against the coy physique of Xiaoyue. The barrage began to erupt wildly. The photography team members around Qinfeng were also a bit impatient. You should know. Their KPI is linked to the popularity, topic, audience size, and satisfaction of the stars being filmed. Qinfeng is so hyped up. There will be traffic in the short term. But the whole program has been going on for a month now. The audience turned black. Aren't their bonuses and benefits gone? Isn't it appropriate, Qinfeng? Yeah, you also have to consider us, right? Isn't it good to go home and visit my parents honestly and do some farm and household chores? Why bother taking on some useless work? The down-to-earth atmosphere is not down-to-earth, little fresh meat. Listen to the dissatisfied discussions around you. Qinfeng looked at the barrage again and smiled, saying, Everyone, this is a misunderstanding. The old man who died was my seventh uncle and grandfather. The message my dad sent me yesterday. The old man was 101 years old, without illness or disaster, and passed away in his sleep. Originally, it was considered a funeral. And according to our local customs, centenarians celebrate their funerals before the Spring Festival and can help all those attending the funerals take away disasters and bad luck. So I'm not what everyone thinks, I want to create topics and traffic. I also want to bring some New Year's good luck to everyone. Speaking. Qinfeng paused and continued, Moreover, I haven't returned to the village for 6 or 7 years. Taking on a white job, I can have a face-to-face meeting with all the villagers, say hello, and also facilitate the upcoming filming, better showcasing the Chinese New Year in rural areas on our black soil. So it's like this. It seems we were being rude. I checked and found that there is indeed such a saying in some rural areas of the black soil area. Brothers, I'm blushing. First of all, I apologize, Brother Feng. I'm sorry. The staff of the photography team had a friendly expression on their face. After coming to his senses, He Ling suddenly thought of something. Qin Feng, I just heard you say it's a free job. Does that mean performing something at the funeral? Qin Feng nodded and said, our funeral here has a segment of mourning for filial sons and virtuous grandchildren. The popular saying is to invite professional people to mourn. As a descendant of my seventh uncle's grandfather, I am preparing to play a few Suona pieces myself and give them to the elderly. Taking on a white job is actually just a small joke. He Ling was taken aback and said, Qin Feng, do you know how to play the Suona? Even if it's a funeral, you can't joke around casually. 003 Suona, Xiaoyue Yue cried and fainted. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. I retract the apology just now. Is it appropriate for a sensationalist to use someone else's funeral as a live broadcast effect? Yeah. Who knows how to play Suona these days? Maybe Qin Feng was trained in advance. What if Qin Feng was already proficient? Pull it down, the old man will tell you that I'm going to die in a few days. Can you practice Suona? Yes. If he had known it before, would teacher he be so surprised? The production team can cut off the line of Qin Feng. Let's take a look at Xiaoyue, and Baoqiang with peace of mind. How good are they? Glancing at the barrage of righteous indignation, the staff of the photography team asked cautiously, Qin Feng, are you really here? Don't implicate us in getting beaten up together. Even if it's joy or mourning, we can't tolerate you making a difference, can we? Why don't we just forget about it? You Black Earth people are quite hot-tempered. I'm afraid when the time comes. Faced with overwhelming questioning, Qin Feng did not make any excuses. Take out the professional performance Suona gifted by the system from your own suitcase. The moment of encountering the Suona, mastery of the divine Suona began to take effect. Qin Feng only felt that this Suona was like an extended part of his body. Smooth and cool touch. Even more comfortable and moist than his boss Yang Mi. Okay, let me play a song for everyone first. If everyone is not satisfied or approves, I won't go to my seventh uncle's funeral to play the Suona. Say it. Qin Feng raised his Suona, closed his eyes, and took a deep breath. Next up. The solemn and desolate notes ring between heaven and earth. Coincidentally, at this moment, little snowflakes begin to fall. The howling north wind not only did not affect the sound effect of the Suona. Instead, it adds a sense of desolation and coldness to the entire piece of music. The sky and earth are vast. The wind and snow swept through. On the vast plain, everyone seems to see a lonely and sad figure walking slowly towards the horizon, gradually disappearing into the wind and snow. Wife, how could you be willing to leave me alone in this world? You are too cruel. Whether it's He Ling or the audience in front of the screen, everyone is listening in ecstasy. A mournful cry suddenly sounded. Qin Feng, who was startled, opened his eyes and realized that it was a staff member of the photography team crying loudly. Xiao Li's wife passed away around this time the year before last. The two of them talked about graduating from college from high school. Sigh. Another staff member choked up and explained to Qin Feng and the audience. Not to mention it's okay. Everyone just had their eyes turning red. As soon as this sentence is spoken, the on-site staff reminded each of their deceased relatives or friends one by one. Wangkai, Wangkai. I shouldn't have sent you to a dog meat restaurant, exchange for a pack of crispy noodles. Old horse, old horse. You still owe me 100,000 yuan and haven't paid it back. Why were you killed by the mud truck? Xiaoli, I have enough of the 800,000 yuan dowry. I will burn it for you after the show is finished. At the entrance of Qinfeng Village, a group of workers were crying in pain. In front of thousands of screens. They are also a pair of tearful eyes. Woo-woo. I apologize. I really apologize this time. Although my family is complete, my body is very healthy, and my wife has not died, why can't I help but want to cry? It is said that Suona is a rogue in musical instruments, but is it too easy to cry as recognized as a kind-hearted person and a crying king in the entertainment industry? At this moment, teacher Hilingi. I have already used up a pack of tissues. Taking a new bag, Hiling wiped her tears and asked, Qin Feng. I don't know the name of your Suona song. Not waiting for Qin Feng to answer. Seeing the teleprompter, Hiling widened her eyes and exclaimed in shock, what? Xiaoyue cried and fainted. The screen instantly switches back to Xiaoyue Yue. In a small room. Xiaoyue, whose face was covered in tears, fainted on the ground. Surrounded by busy staff and family members. Hot towels. Just right among the people. Feed hot water. After a busy day, Xiaoyue woke up leisurely. Hear the prompts from the staff. Xiaoyue choked up and said, I'm sorry, I'm a bit out of control. This Suona from the Qin wind reminds me of my father. Everyone should know that when my father passed away, I was performing abroad and couldn't see his last side. Wow. Woo 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 woo. Daddy. My Yulonggang is unfilial. Daddy. My son misses you. Speaking and speaking. Xiaoyue Yue burst into tears again. The director team quickly cut the main scene back to Qinfeng. Hiling struggled to control his emotions and asked again, Qinfeng, what is the name of your Suona song? Qinfeng spoke up and said, this piece of music is called Remembering Our Ancestors, which can be considered a classic form of mournful music. Hiling wiped her tears and said, Qinfeng, you just said that Uncle Seven is happy and mournful. Shouldn't you play such a sad song again? At the funeral, Zhu Bajie boasted about carrying his wife. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Qinfeng smiled slightly and said, Teacher audience, I will definitely not make Xiaoyue cry and faint again later. As for what tune to play later, please stay tuned. I've been in the entertainment industry for these past few years. Although Qinfeng did not achieve much success. But I still understand how to satisfy the audience. Say it. He walked into Qinfeng with his photography team. The entire Qinfeng is very large. There are 300 to 400 households. Every household is the type of self-built residence with a large courtyard in front and back. So from the village entrance to the house of the seventh uncle who handles daily chores. It's about a 10-minute walk. Just as Qinfeng was telling everyone about some strange people and things in the village to relieve the boredom. He played the Suona and knocked out Xiaoyue Yue. Quickly rushed to the hot search of various platforms. Famous crosstalk artist Xiaoyue Yue suddenly faints. Surprisingly, the culprit is him. Sudden illness. Xiaoyue Yue's physical condition is deteriorating rapidly, and he is afraid of dying soon. From a young Yu perspective, the top 10 dangers of obesity. Exaggerated marketing accounts bring terrifying traffic. The number of live viewers for the celebrities returned to the village for the Chinese New Year. From 500,000 to over 1 million in an instant. Most of them have come to Qinfeng's live streaming room. Is it because he blew Xiaoyue to death? Don't talk nonsense, Xiaoyue just cried and fainted, a handsome guy, why haven't you seen him before? Let's have another Suona song. We new viewers haven't heard it live yet, don't worry. You can hear it right away, although I didn't watch the barrage. But Qinfeng knew very clearly through the increasing popularity on the system panel that the number of viewers in the live broadcast room was soaring. 200,000. 300,000. 500,000. when the popularity reaches 1 million. He can proceed to the next lottery. Thinking of those rewards, Qinfeng's motivation became even stronger. Soon, Qinfeng arrived at the door of his seventh uncle's house. I haven't entered yet. A middle-aged man with a 60.7 similarity to Qinfeng walked out in front of him. Dad! I'm back. Xiaofeng. You got home so early. I don't know if it's really exciting. Still intentionally careless. Qinfeng's father, Qindafu, has a very loud voice. Hula. Dozens or even hundreds of villagers rushed out of the courtyard of their seventh uncle's house. Seeing the tall and handsome Qinfeng, as well as more than 10 staff members filming around him. The faces of the villagers were filled with both enthusiastic and envious smiles. Xiaofeng, our Qinjiatan is your most promising place. Qin Lao San, your family can be considered to be emitting green smoke from your ancestors' graves. A big star like Little Wind has emerged. My 2 cows are as big as Xiaofeng, they can't even compare to Xiaofeng's hair. Xiaofeng, bring your parents tonight and have a big drink at Grandpa San's house. Xiaofeng, your favorite sticky bean bun made by Siga milk when you were a child. Come to my house and get a steamer later. Qindafu, with a rosy face, fully enjoyed the praise of his fellow villagers. For a farmer father. My son has a promising future. Even more brilliant than oneself. As for Qinfeng's motherly Lan, she tightly held Qinfeng's hand. Continuously asking him whether he is suffering or tired outside. How many days can I stay at home this time? Seeing this incredibly lively and warm scene. He Ling, who has extensive hosting experience, chose to become invisible with a smile. I really wish I could have this kind of treatment when I come home during the Chinese New Year, envy. This feeling of returning home dressed in luxury is really good. Although Qinfeng doesn't have much fame, in his rural hometown, even young artists can be considered extraordinary figures. Seeing Qinfeng's mother, I miss my mother too, woo 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 woo. Me too, others only care about whether I fly high or not, only my mother cares about whether I fly tired or not. The people on this black land. Born with passion and joy. Qinfeng explained that he was filming a variety show. Not only did everyone have no grudges, but they warmly invited the filming team to come and visit. Qinfeng's 7th uncle's 3 sons and several grandchildren. Even strongly demanded that the cameraman take photos of their father's body. The elderly are always happy and mournful. If they could show their face in front of the whole country, it would be even more joyful. Right, right. The Chinese New Year is coming soon, let the old man help the people of the whole country take away disasters and bad luck. Unable to resist the enthusiasm of family members. The frightened photographer was almost kidnapped to film the body of an elderly person. Fortunately, Qinfeng appeared in a timely manner, which helped the cameraman covered in strong men to break free. 3rd uncle, 4th uncle, just take a photo of Uncle 7's body. I'll play 3 Suona pieces for my 7th uncle and grandfather, and send them off. The current time is after 3 p.m. It was originally in the morning phase. Seeing Qinfeng take the initiative to propose, everyone's enthusiasm was particularly high. Xiaofeng, have a nice one. Xiaofeng has such great skills, maybe he will blow up his 7th uncle's life later. If Uncle's 7 lives, the 3rd and 4th will be scared to pee. Ha ha ha. The inside and outside of the farmhouse courtyard were suddenly filled with a joyful atmosphere. Stand on the temporary small stage. Qinfeng picked up the Suona and smiled, saying, the first Suona song, Zhu Bajie carries his wife. Give it to Uncle 7. I wish my 7th uncle and grandfather can also be served below, with many children and blessings, and a happy life. 005 Follow Qin Feng Suona together. Hi hi hi. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Is Zhu Bajie really suitable for funerals when he carries his wife? Is there anything inappropriate, haven't you seen the villagers all looking happy? Just now, Uncle Seven's grandson wanted him to show his face in front of the whole country, do you understand, Shibe? Kid. Blessing Uncle Seven for having many children and blessings below, blessing Uncle Seven for having many children and blessings below, blessing Uncle Seven for having many children and blessings below, full screen blessings. The humorous and joyful sound of Suona resounds. Drop by drop, drop by drop, drop by drop, drop by drop. A few notes just floated out. A lively and humorous atmosphere filled the entire funeral scene and live broadcast room. The Suona sound with increasingly high melodies outlined the comical appearance of Zhu Bajie carrying Miss Gao behind his back. As the notes continue to fly, it seems that everyone really sees the happy appearance of Uncle Seven embracing a female ghost. Everyone's lips couldn't help but curl up. The song ends. The villagers burst into enthusiastic applause. Okay. Uncle Seven must marry at least 3 people below. How can 3 be enough? Give Uncle Seven 10. You need a bigger one. A skinny one won't do. Xiaofeng is really capable now. Xiaofeng, let's have another one. What's the rush? The little wind said, blow 3 songs. Watching such a passionate reaction on the scene, He Ling, whose face had not yet dried with tears, showed the most genuine smile in recent years. Audience friends, this is the first time I have seen such a happy funeral. I really didn't expect that our Qinfeng played the Suona so well. This is the first time I've heard a Suona laugh, it's so joyful, ha ha ha. If Uncle Seven had the energy to play Suona and win 7 or 8 female ghosts, it would be really effortless. In the past, I only found Suona harsh, but today's Suona is particularly pleasant to listen to. I don't know what tune Qinfeng will play next, listening to the enthusiastic cheers and applause of the villagers. Looking at everyone's cheerful smiling faces. Qinfeng's mood is also particularly beautiful. Many people may think that the best thing about being a celebrity is making big money. Actually, this feeling of being sought after by thousands of people, with flowers and applause everywhere, is even more satisfying and addictive than money. Next, I bring rolling wealth and Happy Chinese New Year to my fellow villagers and the audience in front of the screen. Whether it's us offline or everyone online, we can all receive the blessings of Uncle Seven. In the days to come, the financial resources will be rolling. This year, next year, and every year will be getting better and better. Amidst the passionate sound of Suona, everyone's emotions are constantly rising. Immersed in the 9 and 18 curved notes, many villagers couldn't help but dance square dances, and even the Black Earth style Orenzuan. For a moment, the scene is even more lively than any music festival, concert, or even bungee jumping. Due to the increase in age, He Ling has been paying great attention to controlling emotions in recent years. But today I listen to the cheerful Suona of the Qin wind. He seems to have returned to the pinnacle of his career more than a decade ago. Make room. The 50-year-old artist suddenly stood up from the chair in the studio, jumping awkwardly while dancing. He happily said, audience friends, raise your hands. Follow the Suona of the Qin wind together, hi hi hi. Just now, I was knocked unconscious by a poem by Qinfeng to commemorate my ancestors. Xiaoyue Yue has always been following Qinfeng's live broadcast. Zhu Bajie carried his daughter.in.law and healed his longing and remembrance for his father. The abundance of wealth and the joy of celebrating the Chinese New Year have inspired his nature as a comedian. A big fleshy face laughed in a ball. Xiaoyue Yue said to nearly 200,000 viewers in his live broadcast room, so these trust balls, why are you still pinching them in my live broadcast room? Hurry up and go to the Qinfeng live broadcast room to sing and dance together. Is it in the middle or not? In the live broadcast room, barrage of bullets is like snowflakes fluttering. Isn't it about 10 days before the Chinese New Year? It's just so lively now. Is this a funeral? Hundreds of people sing and dance at the same time, so this is the joy of morning. I can be considered to have grown up and gained knowledge. Uncle 7, please don't lie down. Jump with everyone as Xiaoyue Yue's fans come together, hi pi. Although I am a fan of Xiaoyue, I will lock in Qinfeng's live broadcast room in the future, Ingbao's words. In the future, it's better to pay more attention to her works. This year, let Qinfeng accompany me. Brother Shanji hitting the child makes my brain ache. It's better to watch Qinfeng's live broadcast room. It's lively and festive, and the barrage is full of talents, and the speech sounds good. The audience is very happy. At this moment, the director team of Celebrity Returns to Village for Chinese New Year is extremely nervous. 1.1 million. 1.2 million. 1.4 million. Director Feng. The number of viewers in the live broadcast room has exceeded 1.5 million. Among them, over 900,000 viewers are all in Qinfeng's live broadcast room. On the first day of the 006 live broadcast, I got the endorsement. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Listening to the staff's exclamation of surprise. Feng Xiaojiang, who is over 60 years old, looked excited and punched the air fiercely. Qinfeng, you did a beautiful job. If Qinfeng's boss, Demimi, has been thriving in recent years, so Feng Xiaojiang, nicknamed Pants, is just adding mold to the mold. The movie 1942, which invested a lot of effort and funds, suffered a huge loss. Some shady accounts have been reported. Whether it's fame or money, they have been hit hard one after another. Feng Xiaojiang attaches great importance to this Celebrity Returns to the Village for Chinese New Year. Can we make a comeback in the entertainment industry in the future? Become Feng Yi again. Just look at this battle. Not only that. Feng Xiaojiang also made a bet with his friend and another well-known director, Chen Kaiga. I directed this type of variety show myself. If possible on the evening of New Year's Eve. Half the viewership of the Spring Festival Gala directed by Chen Kaiga. Chen Kaiga will give him a script that Feng Xiaojiang has been coveting for a long time. But if Feng Xiaojiang loses, he has to help Chen Kaiga shoot 2 movies for free. To be honest, Feng Xiaojiang's confidence is not high. Spring Festival Gala, don't be fooled by online rumors that dogs don't even watch it. Actually, at 8 p.m. on Chinese New Year's Eve, there will still be countless people turning on the TV on time. A live variety show wants to challenge the Spring Festival Gala. It's difficult to reach the sky. However, after seeing Qinfeng's performance on the first day today, Feng Xiaojiang's confidence suddenly exploded. Maybe this Qinfeng, which I used to use to make up the number, can really bring some miracle. If Qinfeng can help me win the gambling game, I'll give him the male lead in my next movie. Feng Xiaojiang, there is light in your eyes. But the next second, he suddenly thought of something. Speaking of which, if Qinfeng could really fight against the Spring Festival Gala on his own. It's not that I gave him the male lead, but I begged him to be the male lead. Here, Feng Xiaojiang is dreaming of a comeback. Over there, in the office of Jiaheng boss, Demimi, who was watching the live broadcast, looked surprised. Can you still play the Suona? It really surprised me a bit. Recalling the joyful experience of taking off more than 10 times. Demimi's delicate little face is a bit hot. Just as her eyes were twitching, the assistant hurriedly pushed open the office door and said, "Honey." The marketing department received a call saying that a company wants to hire Qinfeng to endorse it. Cough. Yang Mi coughed lightly and said, "Endorsement." What company? The assistant replied, "Along the way, the paper industry seems to be a company specialized in producing paper money. The price they offer is a 2-year contract with an annual endorsement fee of 10 million yuan. All the way. Don't be fooled by the name, the company's business scope is very shady. But Yang Mi knows that the paper money and paper horses produced by this company are marketed in less than half of the country. In recent years, products such as tender paper figures, Thomson First Class Paper House, Mercedes-Benz G.Class, Porsche 911, Lamborghini Bull, etc. have been very popular. Demi Mi's parents have even bought quite a few. The annual output value is about tens of billions. Generally speaking, celebrities are not willing to accept such endorsements. But Qinfeng took the initiative to play the Suona in the live broadcast. Yang Mi thought for a moment and said, "I'll call Qinfeng and see if he's willing." "If you're willing, sign it." Just as Yang Mi took out her phone. The Qin style in the farmhouse courtyard is being crazily praised by the villagers. "Xiaofeng, your Suona is really amazing." The portrait of Uncle Seven's grandfather is all laughing. "Xiaofeng, take a look. Don't scare the child. The portrait won't laugh." "Don't worry, Xiaofeng. Uncle Seven will definitely go and thank you tonight." The villagers praise others. The main focus is on 100 no taboos. "Uncle Seven, come and thank me tonight. Let's just forget it." Just when there was a cold sweat on the back of Qinfeng. His phone rang. "Hello. Boss Yang. Do you have any instructions?" Seeing Qinfeng answer the phone. Across from him is the nationally renowned celebrity Yang Mi. The chattering villagers immediately fell silent. Everyone stared at their ears, afraid of missing even a single word. "Qinfeng, there is a company that wants you to endorse." Endorsement. Upon hearing these two words, Qinfeng's eyes lit up. For so many years, he has dreamed of getting an endorsement. "This is just my first day on a live variety show, my dream has come true. No problem. I'll sign it." "Qinfeng, listen to me first. That company is called Yalufa Paper Industry, which specializes in producing paper money and paper horses. Professional matching. The signing period is 2 years, and the annual signing fee is 10 million yuan. That's great. Since you are willing, the company will discuss the details of the contract with Yalu Paper Industry. The specific advertising shooting should be after the end of the year. The 2 million yuan deposit will be transferred to you by the company once it is received." After hanging up the phone, the envious voices of the villagers, one wave after another. "Make 2 million with just one phone call. Are you deaf? Xiaofeng has earned 20 million. Xiaofeng still has a promising future. My family's shitty egg earns 50 to 60,000 yuan a year, and 20 million yuan is enough to not eat or drink for 300 to 400 years. 007 accepts Qinfeng as a student. I don't deserve it. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The villagers really don't know what to do. Apart from taxes and company profits, Qinfeng should only get 10 million yuan. That's it. Are you earning 10 million and I'll see. Speaking of which, endorsing such a company would be a bit low, wouldn't it? Playing the Suona, endorsing paper money and paper horses, I feel like it will indeed affect the image of Qinfeng. Fan circle thinking crawling, did Stallone initially make small movies, and did it influence him to become an international superstar later on? That's right. Suona is our traditional musical instrument, the king of folk music. Paper money and paper horses are our traditional customs. I think it's quite good. Emit this barrage. She is a long-haired beauty with a classical temperament. Her name is Li Qingxue, and she is a graduate student majoring in folk music at the Magic City Conservatory of Music, specializing in the direction of ancient pipa. During the Chinese New Year, Li Qingxue is about to graduate from graduate school. Taking a break from studying, I happened to see Qinfeng playing the Suona at his 7th uncle's funeral. Just finished firing the barrage. An elderly man with white hair all over his head, calm and self-threatening, pushed open the door and walked into the office. Xiao Li. If you don't prepare well for your graduation, go to work and fish, right? Li Qingshue's face turned red and she said, Professor Xingtong, I didn't fish. I'm just looking for inspiration. Xingtong chuckled and said, don't think that when I'm old, I don't understand you young people. Isn't this full screen called a barrage? Are you just watching a live broadcast? Xingtong is a professor in the Department of Folk Music at the Magic City Conservatory of Music. Longhua is a top-notch figure in traditional Chinese music. A skilled Suona and Eru can be considered a masterpiece. A true master always carries the heart of an apprentice. Xingtong, who is in his 70s. I did not become complacent just because of my identity and status. On the contrary. He has been accepting various new things. Try to integrate your favorite Suona and Eru, as well as other traditional instruments, with the culture that young people enjoy today, and promote them. Unfortunately, the effect has not been ideal. Ah! Is this young man holding a Suona in his hand? When passing by Li Qingshue's side, the lingering light in Xingtong's eyes swept over Qin Feng in the picture. Seeing the Suona in his hand, this old professor immediately became interested. In order to make my mentor forget about fishing, Li Qingshue quickly found a video clip of Qin Feng playing the Suona just now and started playing it in front of Professor Zheng. The first one is to make Xiaoyue cry and faint in memory of his ancestors. Snowflakes drift and notes sway. Although it was the second time listening, Li Qingshue still had a slightly sour nose. You can look at Xingtong. However, Li Qingshuo noticed that the old professor had a wide grin and a happy face. What? What's wrong with the old man? Such a sad Suona song, laughing so happily. Can't you be an old fool? However, when Li Qingshuo started playing Zhu Bajie carrying his daughter.In. Law, the wealth was rolling and he celebrated the Chinese New Year with joy. Xingtong's expression became increasingly sad. In the end, he even burst into tears. Looking at Xingtong, who was crying out of breath, Li Qingshuo said she was a bit flustered. Professor Zheng, what's wrong with you? Xingtong wiped his tears and said, Shaoli, Suona, this endangered musical instrument, has hope. There is hope. Li Qingshuo looked puzzled and said, Professor Zheng, what do you mean is that Qin Feng? Only halfway through the conversation. Excited, Xingtong interrupted, the Qin Feng's musical sense on the Suona is the best I have ever seen. How old is he? Is he in his 20s or 60s? His playing skills are on par with me, an old guy who has been practicing for 50 or 60 years. And his performance is not limited to the score. He constantly adjusts the scale and tone according to the environment and the audience's emotions. I'm afraid I can't even achieve this spirituality. Xingtong became more and more excited as he said, the most important thing is that he is a celebrity. He is a handsome little fresh meat celebrity. As long as Qin Feng is willing, he can definitely carry forward the traditional Suona instrument. Li Qingshuo was stunned and said, Professor Zheng, do you mean to take Qin Feng as a student? Upon hearing this, Xingtong immediately shook his head and said, take him as a student. I don't deserve it. At least on the Suona instrument, I don't deserve it. Shaoli, what is this live broadcast program? After hearing that it was celebrities returning to the village for Chinese New Year, Xingtong immediately called Feng Xiaojiang. The two have collaborated many times before. After explaining his purpose, Feng Xiaojiang told Xingtong Qin Feng's number. Not long after, surrounded by the villagers, Qin Feng's phone rings. Strange phone number. Qin Feng answered with some confusion, hello. Hello. Hello Qin Feng. I am Xingtong from the Magic City Conservatory of Music, a professor in the Department of Folk Music. Just now I saw the 4 Suona pieces you played. My evaluation is 4 words. Amazing as heaven and earth. A genius in heaven and earth. Qin Feng. I would like to invite you to become an honorary professor in the Department of Folk Music at the Magic City Conservatory of Music. You don't need to come to class every day. You don't need to do any tedious academic work either. As long as you are willing to promote Suona while working. Come to school to teach students when you have time. The annual salary is 500,000 yuan. In addition, you can also enjoy a series of welfare policies for the professor's title. Qin Feng, I wonder if you are willing or not. Listening to Zheng Tong's cautious tone with a pleasing tone. The villagers are confused. The audience in the live broadcast room are confused. Yang Mi and Feng Xiaojiang are confused. Even Qin Feng himself is a bit confused. Welcome to the Village Bully live broadcast room. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Don't be fooled by the glamour and beauty of celebrities nowadays, they seem to flock everywhere they go, with endless scenery. But in the eyes of the real upper class, they are still actors, they are from the bottom 9. So many big stars, after making money, always try their best to get closer to the real upper class society. For example, when going to college, what kind of education or professional title should one obtain? For example, spending a lot of money, participating in the construction of certain projects, and entering the circle. Alternatively, through relationships and means, one can hold a position within certain official departments and associations. And Qin Feng. Just on the first day of the live variety show. With 4 Suona tunes. I was awarded the title of honorary professor at the Magic City Conservatory of Music with extremely high value. This is something that many big stars crave. Who has pursued a master's degree and is constantly struggling with the image of a top student. Qin Feng has become a professor in a blink of an eye. If I remember correctly, this is the first day of the variety show, right? With a $20 million endorsement, the honorary professor of the Magic City Conservatory of Music has all arrived. I really want to say this is a script. Where's the person who said, "Lo," just now? Come out and apologize. Qin Feng is both down to earth and elegant, selling paper money and horses in his left hand and holding a professor's title in his right hand. I just checked. Professor Zheng Tong's Suona is a ceiling in China. Professor Zheng Tong's tone is a bit humble. Does that mean that Qin Feng's Suona memory is not under Professor Zheng Tong's command? No need to attend classes. No need to pursue academic pursuits. Getting paid and enjoying benefits is truly the dream job for me. Promise quickly, Qin Feng. Promise quickly. Bastard. What are you still hesitating about? Qin Feng is not hesitating, he is just a bit confused. The original intention of playing Suona. It's nothing more than attracting attention and gaining traffic. The endorsement of 20 million yuan is already an unexpected joy. This honorary professor at the Magic City Conservatory of Music was even more unimaginable. Refuse. Becoming a professor at the Magic City Music University represents having a background and a circle. If anyone wants to create a Qin style, first of all, we need to weigh the prestigious brand of Magic City Music University. So, only fools refuse. Professor Zheng Tong. Thank you for your kind love. I promise. However, the specific contract needs to be discussed with you and the school in detail after I finish filming that celebrity returns to the village for Chinese New Year. Qin Feng's answer is very appropriate. Zheng Tong, however, was extremely anxious and said, "It's okay. I have full control over this matter. I'll send you the employment contract by express delivery immediately. Qin Feng, just sign it and mail it back to me. That's settled. You young man, you can't deceive me, this old man. I'm telling you. My heart is not very good. If you lie to me and take me to the hospital, you will be responsible." Hanging up the phone in tears and laughter. Qin Feng looked around and found that the eyes of the villagers were full of respect. De Fu. Xiao Feng, has he become a professor? Rich man. Go and see if there is any smoke coming from your ancestors' graves. Professor. Cultural person. Our Qinjiaton has the highest education, but now it's also a breeze, isn't it? Watching Qinfeng explain to his fellow villagers that he is not a cultured person. Yang Mi's big eyes were filled with shock. Did I really find a treasure? You've only been released for a day now, have you all become professors at the Magic City Music University? From a certain perspective. Is it above me? As a woman who refuses to give up. Demi has decided. Next time we meet Qinfeng, make sure he is always below. The director team of Celebrity returns to village for Chinese New Year. Feng Xiaojiang made a decisive decision. Half of the new traffic on the entire network will be allocated to Qinfeng, and the remaining half will be evenly distributed to the live broadcast rooms of the other 5 people. Hear this command. The other members of the director's team looked at each other and said, Director Feng, this is not to offend the other 5. Feng Xiaojiang waved his hand and said, just do as I say. He has a premonition. Qinfeng is the biggest explosive point of this live variety show. The intensity of this premonition. Just like he thought that the first Chinese New Year movie, Both Parties, would be a great success. Maybe. Can I really rely on Qinfeng to win the gambling game with Chen Kaiga? If you're bolder, maybe Qinfeng's ability to surpass the ratings of the Spring Festival Gala. So. Feng Xiaojiang is not afraid of offending people. He wants to allocate all the resources he can make decisions on to Qinfeng. Shocked. A celebrity playing Suona brings the dead back to life, mourning. Famous crosstalk artist Xiaoyue Yue was thrilled to death while listening to the Suona during a live variety show. Dancing and dancing at funerals. Is it the downfall of the world or the downfall of morality? The hot search lists on various platforms are full of news about Qinfeng. More and more viewers. Crowding in, celebrity returns to village for Chinese New Year. At this moment. In the live broadcast room of Brother Shanji, who is fighting children, there are over 30,000 viewers. In Zhao Xiaogu's live broadcast room where he is chatting with his family, there are over 40,000 viewers. In the live broadcast room of Wang Baoqiang, who brought his fiancée A.E. back to his childhood, there were over 100,000 viewers. Yang Xiaoyue's studio, Steaming Mantu, was home to more than 200,000 viewers. As for Xiaoyue Yue's live broadcast room. Afterwards, more than 5,000 viewers watched Qinfeng's live broadcast with him. The number of viewers in the Qinfeng live broadcast room has reached a terrifying 1.3 million. Ding dong. The popularity has reached 1 million. Do you want to proceed with the lottery now? Qinfeng, busy bidding farewell to his 7th uncle and grandfather. I don't have time to respond to system prompts. As a relatively close relative. The Qinfeng family waited until the coffin was lifted and moved away before leaving the door of their 7th uncle's house. What surprised everyone was that. The villagers who just returned home early. Surprisingly, everyone was standing at the doorstep with various things in hand. What frozen pear? Frozen persimmons. Pickled cabbage dumplings. Doubao. Pork, beef, lamb. Mountain goods. There are all kinds of things. Countless. Isn't it a celebrity returning to the village? How did he become a village bully and return to the village, ha ha ha. If it weren't for the smiles on the faces of the villagers, Qinfeng would really be like a village bully who extorts money. Yoshi. Your family drops. Where is Flower Girl dropping? Don't be so arrogant, Colonel. The villagers will really take their daughter out and give it to Qinfeng later. Welcome to the Village Bully live broadcast room. Seeing the joke is a bit excessive. He Ling, who had been invisible for a long time, came out to make amends and said, everyone should be moderate when joking. Qinfeng will be going home soon, let's look forward to what Qinfeng's family looks like. He Ling diverted the audience's attention. Qinfeng also successfully rejected the kindness of the villagers. If he didn't have a live broadcast, he would definitely have collected everything according to the order. Over 1 million pairs of eyes watching. If you don't do well after receiving things, it will be a black spot in the future. Qinfeng can still handle this clearly. Between speaking, Qinfeng's family of 3 arrived at their doorstep with the photography team. Audience friends, for the next month. Everyone is here, with me and my parents, to experience the lively Spring Festival on the black soil. Don't watch the Spring Festival Gala this year. Watch Qinfeng live. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. When the group returned to Qinfeng's house, it was around 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Get on the dumpling and get off the bus. This is a custom on the black soil. If Qinfeng goes home alone today, then you can have a pot of steaming noodles. But there are still 6 photography team members accompanying me. Qin Dafu and Li Lan, who were enthusiastic and hospitable, were busy preparing a large table full of distinctive dishes: pork stewed vermicelli, stewed potato ribs with beans, fried vermicelli with pickled Chinese cabbage, spicy salt and oil residue. Of course. There is also a large plate of extremely classic dipping pickled vegetables. A table of fragrant specialty farmhouse dishes. The photography team members were drooling while watching. But for work, uncle and aunt, Qinfeng, you guys eat, let's take a picture first. We'll eat after you finish eating. The words have just finished. The hospitable Qin Dafu pulled over the leader of the photography team and said, "In our black land, there is no rule for guests to stand and watch. Why don't we just shoot with a camera? I'll take pictures. You guys go eat. I've been tired all day, hurry up and eat some hot food. The pork stewed noodles made by your aunt are so delicious. Taking a bite can give you a delicious sensation." Qin Dafu's enthusiasm. A growling belly. A farmhouse dish with a perfect combination of color, aroma, and flavor. Ask the staff to hand over their cameras. After learning some basic operations, Qin Dafu put on his headphones. Pick up the camera. Aim the camera directly at Qinfeng. A handsome face, occupying the entire live broadcast scene. Dear family, is my son handsome? It's all thanks to his father's good genes. Ha ha ha. To be honest with you, when Qin Dafu was young, he was also a famous handsome young man from all over the country. Qin Dafu, holding a cigarette in his mouth, laughed proudly. Hear this rough laughter. He Ling couldn't help but laugh and said, "It seems that Uncle Qin also has a great sense of humor." Hello Uncle Qin, I'm He Ling. With headphones on, you should be able to hear my voice, right? Qin Dafu nodded repeatedly and said, "I can hear you. Are you teacher He? My family's Xiaofeng used to enjoy watching your hosting of fast books. I remember one weekend, this kid didn't do his homework or watch TV, and I beat him up hard with a hanger." Upon hearing this, Qinfeng spoke helplessly, "Dad. Why are you still talking about such things outside?" Qin Dafu waved his hand nonchalantly and said, "It's not something ugly. Let's talk about it. When you were a child, you used to take a blade to Ganyu Danzi and got kicked up more than 10 meters, you fell into the third grandmother's cesspool for butterfly swimming, and you rode a big sow into the water and soaked in water. I definitely won't say anything about these things. Ha ha ha. I definitely won't say it out. Uncle Qin is too funny. I didn't expect Qinfeng to be so handsome. When I was a child, I used to butterfly and swim in the cesspool." After a burst of laughter, He Ling spoke up and asked, "Uncle Qin, I don't know the customs of celebrating the new year on your black soil. What are the specific customs?" This can be considered asking Qin Dafu about his professional field. He took a bold puff on his cigarette. Qin Dafu's tone was full of confidence. Today is the 20th of the 12th lunar month. Tomorrow, my mother and I will be at home sorting out the excess agricultural products and mountain products we have at home, and bringing them to the big market for sale the day after tomorrow. By the way, buy back things like New Year paintings, Spring Festival couplets, fireworks and firecrackers to the village. On the 23rd day of the 12th lunar month, it's our little year in the black soil. Xiaoyan is going to offer sacrifices to the kitchen god, invite him to eat candy, and then send him to heaven. On the 24th day of the 12th lunar month, sweep the house. Clean up everything inside and outside the house. Fix the furniture that needs to be repaired, and level the floor tiles that need to be leveled. After the thorough cleaning, we entered the final stage of preparation for the Chinese New Year. On the 25th day of the 12th lunar month, make tofu, paste the windows, pick up the Jade Emperor, drive away the chaotic year, and shine on the silkworms in the fields. On the 26th day of the 12th lunar month, kill the New Year pig and eat pig-killing vegetables. Everyone must remember to watch the live broadcast on December 26th. I am the most skilled pig killer from all over the country. What matters is that a red knife goes in and a white knife goes out. Let's pick up the knife and let it go back and forth. On the 27th day of the 12th lunar month, slaughtering poultry. Especially killing a big rooster. It's important to have good luck and eat chicken during the Chinese New Year. On the 28th of the 12th lunar month, let's send noodles. Steamed buns with rice cake and flowers. On the 29th day of the 12th lunar month, we will go to the grave to offer sacrifices to our ancestors and offer sacrifices. Let our ancestors have a joyful New Year below. I won't say much about New Year's Eve. Making dumplings, cooking big dishes, having New Year's dinner, setting off firecrackers, watching the Spring Festival Gala. No. No. This year is not about watching the Spring Festival Gala, it's about watching our Qinfeng live broadcast. Ha ha ha. Uncle Qin is really fun. Don't watch the Spring Festival Gala and watch Qinfeng's live broadcast. Spring Festival Gala. Even dogs don't say that. I say I don't watch it every year, but I turn on the TV every year. Turtle, did the black soil rural areas have to do so many things during the Chinese New Year? Envy, I have to work on the 30th of the Chinese New Year. Special, when it comes to going to work on New Year's Eve, I get angry. The program team signed Uncle Qin, the program effect is very good. Decision made. This year's Chinese New Year, we will lock in Qinfeng's live broadcast room. Tomorrow, I will take everyone to pick up mountain goods. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Industrialization and urbanization have enabled rapid development of social civilization. One of the costs is the rapid loss of traditional culture. For the vast majority of viewers in the live broadcast room, the Chinese New Year is now a very empty thing. I really want to celebrate the Spring Festival. But when the time comes, I don't know what to do. Seems like posting a few Spring Festival copywriting posts on social media and Douyin. Good friends compete for a few red envelopes. It's the most ceremonial activity during the Chinese New Year. Therefore, when Qin Dafu said so many things to do, many people are eagerly anticipating it. I have to admit it. Qin Feng's father, Qin Dafu. He really has a talent for variety shows. Although the filming techniques are not very proficient. But the mouth never stops. Chat with the audience. Chat with Heling. Along the way, Qin Feng, the great son who harmed himself. What kindergarten pretends to be an emperor and collects 3 palaces and 6 courtyards? What's making so much noise about going home with a beautiful female teacher for tutoring? What's using lucky money to secretly buy a Chinese New Year calendar with Big Sister printed on it? Don't look at Qin Dafu as if he's not keeping his mouth open. The old man is very clever in his heart. Talking about my son's scandals, they all happened before 3rd grade. A father knows nothing but a son. Qinfeng also cooperated with the performance, blushing and becoming angry. Transforming a large number of viewers attracted by hot searches on various platforms from passers-by to passers-by fans. A meal of effort. The number of fans on platforms such as Weibo and Douyin has suddenly increased from over 500 to over 200,000. Looking at the happy family at the dinner table. The audience of over 1 million in the live broadcast room is both joyful and emotional. I didn't expect Qinfeng's childhood to be so colorful. The kindergarten ascends to the throne and proclaims itself emperor, selecting concubines freely in the class. Haha, the scene suddenly comes out. Woo, I miss my parents. I also want to go home for dinner. Sigh. Let's move the bricks well, as social animals. Although it's a bit sad, having Qinfeng as a Chinese New Year's meal substitute is still very good. The content of celebrating the Chinese New Year at the Qinfeng family is much richer than at home. Watching Qinfeng celebrate the New Year is even more interesting than celebrating it myself. My stomach is eating smoothly. I had a great time chatting. Watching today's live broadcast coming to an end. According to the requirements of the directing team, it's best to have a preview of what will be done tomorrow when it's broadcasted every night. By the time I use the restroom. Qinfeng initiated his first lottery draw. System. Spend 1 million popularity points for the first lottery. The system is starting a lottery. Congratulations. You have achieved divine level collection mastery. Congratulations. You have achieved divine level hunting mastery. Congratulations. You have achieved divine level slingshot mastery. Congratulations. You have obtained 5 physical attributes. Congratulations. You have obtained a professional competition level Y.shaped slingshot. It has been automatically sent to your luggage. Listen to the system prompts. Qinfeng couldn't help but cry and laugh. What he wants most is still divine acting skills, divine singing voice, or divine director. Novice gift pack playing Suona. Hunting again in the first lottery. And a slingshot. But now we're celebrating the Chinese New Year in the village, so it can be considered useful. I hope that by the end of this program, I can draw divine acting skills and other things. Stand up after flushing the water. Qinfeng was about to wash his hands, but he didn't expect to twist the faucet and pull his hand down. Zzz. The torn faucet sprayed a stunned expression on Qinfeng's face. Holy crap, I just increased my physical fitness by 5 points, has my strength increased so much? Hurriedly plugging the faucet. Qinfeng took off his wet shirt. A body of sculptural muscles, appearing in the mirror. Qinfeng has always had a habit of exercising. My physical fitness is quite good. Otherwise, there's no way to make Big Honey fly to the sky more than 10 times and get this chance to stand out. But now my physical fitness seems to have been exaggerated by so much. Punch casually. Qinfeng actually felt his fist style. What is the level of physical fitness plus 5 points in the system? The physical fitness of an ordinary adult male is 7 points, the previous physical fitness of the host is 8 points, and the physical fitness of top professional athletes is 10 points. The current physical fitness of the host is 13 points. Turtle. I'm almost equivalent to 2 adult males. Little Superman. Putting on his clothes, Qinfeng returned to the dining room. Dad, tomorrow I'll go live to the mountains to pick up mountain goods, and we'll go to the big market together the day after tomorrow to sell. Hear your son's words. Qin Dafu nodded without hesitation and said, Success. There aren't many people going up the mountain this year, and there are still quite a few mountain goods left. Motherly Lan, on the other hand, looked worried and said, Xiaofeng, there seems to be wild boars in the mountains. Why don't we just forget about it? Do you have wild boars? Qinfeng's eyes lit up. Isn't this divine level hunting useful? If we can kill a few wild boars, the program effect won't explode yet. Mom. It's okay, I wouldn't have had such bad luck running into a wild boar. That's right. The children in the live broadcast room haven't even seen the mountains, so let my son take them to see and see. Mom. Don't worry, can I take my family's darts with me? My dear Lon Lon, can my son be so old without any sense of propriety? You can just have 108,000 hearts. Speak at all costs. Li Lan Kai agreed that Qinfeng would go live tomorrow to pick up mountain goods. Dear audience friends, that's all for today's live broadcast here. Welcome everyone to continue watching Celebrity Returns to Village for Chinese New Year, tomorrow. Wishing everyone a good night's sleep. Goodbye, audience friends. Goodbye, Teacher He Ling. Say goodbye after finishing. Qinfeng snatched the dishes from Li Lan's hand and started washing them. My son is washing dishes. Qin Dafu, who is the father, arranged accommodation for 6 members of the photography team. There is nothing else in the countryside, it's just a big place. After arranging for 6 guests, Qin Dafu was too busy washing his face and feet. I slipped directly into Qinfeng's bedroom. The first sentence made Qinfeng burst into tears. Son. To be honest with Dad, have you ever been bullied outside?